And speaking of back to school, Melanie's talking school. Let's go over to you, Melanie.
Yeah, we love it, right? Back to school. It often means back to crazy schedules. And the one thing that parents and students both dread are the homework battles. But I'm learning it doesn't have to be that way. Joining us once again is parent coach and we like to say Washington Post columnist. Congratulations. Meghan Leahy from Positively Parenting.
Yes, thank you.
So this was you and I discussed a couple of topics. This definitely is one that really hits home with parents, because I think we've all experienced those battles and not knowing how far to push and how much to let off the gas.
Yeah, and you know, it starts, homework is assigned earlier and earlier to kids, and so parents have to help them in the early days. And then what happens is we develop a habit of sitting knee to knee with them at the table, and so begins the struggles, because nobody wants somebody over them when they're trying to work.
Right, and we can appreciate that as adults.
Absolutely.
You can't stand it when someone's like right there over your shoulder.
No, you don't do your best work, and the most important thing that it communicates is a lack of confidence.
Okay.
So the child becomes used to you being there, you become used to being there, and together you fight about the subject.
Right.
Learning doesn't actually take place.
Right. Right.
And the night can really go downward, and the power struggles can begin.
Right. And I think but as a parent, I know for me, I feel like if I'm not there directing and supervising, then it might not happen.
Yeah, I know. It's not true.
Okay, good.
This is a fear or a worry that parents develop that is largely unfounded, right? So we assume that if we don't put our foot into our kids' back, that they will not have any intrinsic motivation, right? And this isn't true. Children want to do well. They want to learn. They are naturally born to do this, right? And so the best thing we can do is stand there with confidence, even in the face of some rocky waters.
Right.
And there will be some, but stand with confidence and to be relaxed, right? So if you are relaxed about it, right, and you look at it as, how can I approach homework time with confidence, clarity, and calmness.
Okay. And we prepared a couple of tips here that really sort of are take-home points.
Yes.
What's your first one here? It says, allow your child to find what works for him or her.
Right. So the younger ages need more boundaries, but definitely allow, some kids need the wiggle. Some kids stand while they do their homework. Some kids sit on a beanbag. Some kids need music. Some kids need silence, right? So have the boundaries and then watch to see what your kids need. And then make room for that instead of holding on to a vision of what you think it should look like.
Right. And then the drone effect. That was interesting. That's the mom buzzing in the background, right?
So this means instead of being knee to knee or leaning over them, which is the worst, be nearby. Just be nearby to offer support, to say, you know what, you're doing great, I know you can do it, you know, to come in and maybe answer a random question, but that you have something else going on. It's not just like you on top of the child.
Right. And then this is probably the most challenging one, I think. Build a system of communication with the teachers. I mean, it shouldn't be challenging, but you're asking for maybe something a little extra than what most parents are used to communicating with the teachers.
Right. And I think that this begins at home between you and the child. So the younger child who doesn't understand something can just circle it, and you can let the teacher know that that means your child didn't understand the concept. I'm a former teacher. I taught for 6 years. Anytime a parent communicated with me that the child didn't understand, even better when the child does it themselves,
right,
I was overjoyed. I don't want the parents teaching it at home. I want it. It's not, the parents have enough to do.
Well, yes, and I do appreciate that. I mean, especially when it comes to those projects. Yes, those are hard.
We love the
of course, we could talk about this all morning, and you'll have more on it on your blog, I'm sure.
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, Meghan Leahy, thanks so much for giving us a couple of tips to help with the homework battles. Certainly, it'll be on our website as well if you need a little bit of reminder from time to time.